Monday here in Lower Withington for doing a tempo threshold session and also reconning the National 50 course. It's a bit wet at the moment, but it's meant to be relatively dry, so hopefully the shower will seem to stop. But it's pretty warm. Like I say, meant to be dry, so a little bit of rain, but shouldn't be too bad. Based on the course we used for the National 25 in 2024, so I think we start here, but it's all about doing the lap, so I'll just start from here. We go along here, down here, and that's the same route as the National 25. National 25, we turned around here, then came back on ourselves, then went up there. But rather than doing a U-turn, you're continuing on. Round about here that we go left, round about here that we go straight on, round about here we go straight on, round about here that we go left, join the A34, up until here where we turn left and then go through Lower Withington. Learn the course a little bit. I mean, this bit, I drove in through this bit, and it's definitely got some technical sections, get very involved, similar to Circuit Champs this year. But yeah, be good to test it out. 2 10-milers yesterday, but feeling good, so keen to crack on with a session, see how we feel. Then I think also get out on the TT bike for some threshold up Manchester Road Snake Pass as well. That'll be like a 2 and a bit solid week block. Take a few days easy, so rest day Wednesday, easy rides Thursday, Friday. Then I've got another a local 10-miler on Saturday. Get back to doing a little bit of intensity, and then it's British Champs week. Damn, wait. British Champs is next week. That's crazy. British Champs is next week, bro. Less than 2 weeks until the National 50 where we'll be on this course, so yeah. Get learning. Good session there. So did my 3 laps of like 3 by 27k, so a little bit over a third of a 50-miler, because it's just under 3 laps. You start down the road there and you kind of finish up the road here, and yeah, course seems all right. It's like I say, it's the same as the National 25 for the first half of a little bit over half a lap. Then you keep going along a road and join the A34. Quite windy today, and along the A34 you are chugging along nicely with like a cross tailwind. It's kind of split into like 4 parts. It's kind of in a square. So you got the first bit, that's kind of like a twisty technical section in and out of the extensions. I find that taking some of the corners, like one arm in the extensions, the outside arm in the extensions, works quite well. But they're all like flowing corners. None of them are like super aggressive where you need to brake, apart from at the very end of the road where you do need to give way to the right. Then that next section is fast, because it's gently downhill. Again, twisty turny, but not as twisty turny, and the road surface is much better. This top section, the road surface isn't as great. Then the bottom section, very straightforward in the extensions the whole time. And the road I think the road surface has been redone since 2024, so that's a little bit better. Very straightforward. And then you've got the roundabouts, and then the A34 is again similar, very straight in the extensions the whole time, a little bit lumpy. I mean, the road surface isn't the best for a lot of it, but no terrible bits of road surface. Like, it's consistently when used to ride in the Peak District, like yeah, this isn't too bad. Obviously there's some sections you need to be aware of. I dropped my chain on the first lap. First time I've dropped my chain on a narrow wide 1x chain ring. Never dropped it on the old TT bike. First time I've dropped it on this bike, and I just hit like a really bad potholey section just up the road here, so just before the finish. So I found for the rough bits, like, I need to ideally keep pedaling, keep on the gas, but then also like no irrational changing gears and then coasting, because that's when you're going to be susceptible to dropping a chain. You want to have a good chain line, keep pressure on the pedals when possible, and you just reduce that risk of dropping the chain. Because like I say, I haven't dropped a chain before. But if you're like shifting gears erratically and coasting all over the spot, like backpedaling even, like you're gonna drop a chain. Like it's a very common thing to happen for a reason. But yeah, happy with that. An hour and 20 plus minutes to get here, hour and 20 back, 2 hours 20 riding, but yeah, got a good stint in and comfortable with the course now. I went out for my first lap and I'm like, it feels kind of sketchy to push on the pedals here. Like once I got used to it, like I'm like, okay, I'm confident pushing through these certain sections and feel safe to do so, especially with my position where I've got really good visibility, even when I'm getting my head nice and low. It ended up being a really nice day for it. Like I say, it was raining a bit at the start, but that went away after about 5 minutes. So yeah. Also felt really good today with a bit of a higher cadence again. 2024, I used to rock a super high cadence, like 110 RPM. And then last year it was more in the 90s, like 95, whatever. But yeah, back up to 100 for some of the efforts, and just felt really nice on the legs, like using my musculature more evenly rather than just being quad dominant. So yeah, something to think about. Also took 20 grams of bicarb this morning, and that felt good. Normally it feels a bit groggy for like the first effort, but didn't really feel that today. Been taking 30 for the past few sessions, like on Saturday, on Sunday as well. I think on my race on Saturday I'll maybe not have bicarb and see how I feel without bicarb, just because I sometimes feel a bit groggy for that first effort. For the longer sessions, once I've like built into it, those latter efforts feel good. But like I said, the first one doesn't feel so good, so maybe the benefit of bicarb for me is a bit less, but so worth experimenting with not having it as well. Now that I know I can have it, I mean, I had 20 grams of bicarb today, like that's almost efficacious dose. 25 is probably more like efficacious dose for me. But yeah, really getting up to the proper bicarb levels. Long day, getting pretty late, but still squeezing in my heat training, 35 minutes. Do 35 minutes tomorrow. Then I reckon 30 minutes Thursday, Friday. Whew. Good day of training there. Rest day Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, easier training. Just like a couple of hours zone 2. Do some heat though, drop it down to 30 minutes. Been doing I was doing 40 minutes last week, but obviously big session this morning and yeah, it's getting late, so 35 minutes felt right. I was like, okay, I'll do 30 minutes, but bump it up to 35 today and tomorrow. Good ride there. Was feeling pretty tired this morning. The original plan would have been to get out on the TT bike and do some tempo-y efforts up Manchester Road and the Snake Pass, as Snake Pass has got some work going on, so close to cars, so it'd be nice and pleasant, not have to deal with motorists. But yeah, I woke up this morning and yeah, feeling pretty tired from racing on Sunday, then big training session yesterday, and yeah, feeling pretty sore in the downstairs region. So I wanted to get out on the TT bike and then I can give it a proper clean, because training session yesterday, and just gave it a wipe down after that, but needs a proper clean really. So yeah, I decided to get out on Manchester Road in the Snake Pass, see how it was. Obviously grinding away with the 68 tooth, it's pretty challenging work, but yeah, managing to keep it in the zone 2 and feeling tired at the start and quite sore, but kind of built into my ride and felt better by the end of it really. And then I've just come out to do a little bit of cornering practice. Haven't done that in a while. Obviously I'm much better than I was, but just drilling in those principles of the weight distribution on the bike. So that's been good. Overcast today, but it is warm. So had a half full water bladder. So practicing sipping from that, having the bottle, sipping from the bottle, because for the 100 I'm gonna have the bottle on the frame and then switch that out. I'll have Annie switch that out with me at halfway, so I have 2 bottles and then a 2 litre water bladder, get back, have something to eat, do some heat training, clean the bike. Yeah, be a good day of training. Then I've got a rest day tomorrow and a couple of easy days, which definitely need. I mean, yesterday, I was feeling good, and I'm like, okay, yeah, do I actually need these easy days? But yes, I definitely do need a couple of days easy, and to kind of absorb that hard training, and then hopefully be in really good shape for next week for the British Champs and the 50. Same as yesterday, 35 minutes of heat training, 5-minute warm up, 5 minutes at 350 erg mode, and then 35 minutes total recording on the left side of the Asioma. Whew, tough work, but good training. And that's it. That's the last hard day of my 2.5 week block. Kind of flown by, to be honest. Went to see Matt. Had that disappointing 25 miler. Went to see Matt on Monday, and then it's like, okay, 2.5 weeks of good training, and yeah, only really feeling tired today. I mean, I was feeling like I was dancing with illness a little bit, but thankfully haven't picked up anything and feel absolutely fine. But yeah, a couple of easy days, easy for the rest of this week, and then ramping it up a bit by the end, and then into next week, returning to some normal training but tapered, so low volume, and then big events. So yeah, really happy with how this block's gone, especially considering where I was at the start, but feeling like I've managed to scrape together some half decent fitness, so looking forward to the races. Nice and cruisy zone 2 ride today, feeling really nice. So rest day yesterday and then 2 easy days of 2 odd hours zone 2 today plus gym, and 2 odd hours zone 2 tomorrow. 10 miler on Saturday, rest day Sunday, so that'll be getting back to some intensity but a lower volume day. Should be nice and recovered going into next week. A couple of training rides Monday, Tuesday. British Champs ITT is a week today, so exciting stuff. But yeah, legs just feeling really nice. Like, even when I'm forced to be at the low cadence, it's not feeling laboured. And I know I've got a nice easy ride today, tomorrow. Should be nice and recovered by next week. Deja vu, 2 hours zone 2 up Padley Gorge, and a couple of efforts, a few warm-up efforts and 5 seat sprints. Right knee feeling a bit funky this morning, probably from the gym yesterday, so started out with some stretching, but not been painful at all, and to be honest, it's feeling better now than it did at the start, so I don't think that's anything to worry about, but got another 35-40 minutes to spin out to feel better. Just before 12 o'clock, absolutely baking hot day, and I've got a TT in a couple of hours, so heading off to Cuckney 10-mile course, which is a local one to me, by Birdwell Wheelers, which are the club that are running the National 10 on the O10 this year. So yeah, it'll be good to get out there. I think it's a bit faster course than the O10/1. This is the O10/5. So yeah, feeling good for it. Had a bit of a funky knee yesterday, so did some stretching before my ride. Had my ride, did some sprints and stuff, and knee wasn't getting any worse, didn't feel painful at all. And had a walk and more stretching in the evening and felt absolutely fine. So well, didn't feel any worse. And then woke up this morning and it's feeling absolutely fine. Just achy legs, so it was just DOMs from the gym. So I'll definitely cut even though my gym stimulus is very minimal at the moment, it's just like maintenance volume. I'll still cut that back next week. It's not worth showing up with slightly heavier legs on Thursday if I gym on Monday. So yeah, we're in the proper taper now. So I'll get out, do this, have a good crack at this 10 miler, and then do a heat session this evening. Rest day tomorrow, couple of training days Monday, Tuesday, and then we're heading on to Wales on Thursday. So exciting stuff. But yeah, it is warm. See what the wind's like, but should be fast. Final bits and bobs. Get ready, got about 40 minutes till start. It's a lovely day for it, nice and warm, lowish wind, but it's quite busy out there. and apparently the road surface isn't great in parts, so just need to be sensible, you know, like not worth taking any silly risks. But yeah, get out there, have a good dig. Like, some of the road surface is very good, very safe, so if I have to go slow on the sketchy bits, then so be it. But can definitely open up the taps on the other sections.
Go on, Tom! Wait. Go on!
Back to normality and blowing my doors off, then trying my best to cling on, counting down the kilometres till the finish. It's like, okay, that's 5k to go, 4k to go, 3.5k to go, okay, it's 2 miles to go. Yeah, very lumpy course, up and down, but yeah, I was a bit nervous about it, but it was, on the drive in it seemed very busy, but when we were out there it wasn't too bad really. I did get held up a little bit on the way back, had to slalom some cars to overtake a rider, but yeah, I don't know, I just felt I'm definitely feeling pretty fresh, up some very high heart rate values. For the first like 5 minutes I was pushing really good power and the heart rate was nice and under control. It was like sub 170 and I was like, okay, we'll just keep going with this and see how it is. But then I kept pushing like that, and you had to push like well over power to get up the draggy sections. By the turn I was definitely on the limit. But yeah, turn was okay. I had to wait up a little. It's like a weird, it's not roundabout, it's like a giveaway section, like a freeway giveaway section. So you give way the first time, there was no car, so I just rolled through. And the second time I kind of nipped between two cars, had to wait, slow down a bit, then nip between some cars. But yeah, it was all right. But like I said, by the return I was starting to suffer, and it's a bit of a relentless course. Like you have to push hard on those draggy sections, and then if you don't recover on the downhill bits, then yeah, it's a tough day out. But yeah, gave it a good dig, and like I say, I'm feeling very fresh because I've had last 2 hard days of training, Monday, Tuesday. Tuesday was easier than I thought, than I was planning, because I was pretty tired, but still did heat training, skipped the gymmed on Thursday, was feeling pretty domsy this morning, but I've had a couple of easy days. This is like the end of my easy days. I'll do a heat training session when I get home, and then rest day tomorrow. But yes, not expected to feel a bit fresh coming back from the rest, but that's why I wanted to get a couple days normal training rather than feeling too fresh on Thursday. So yeah, happy with that. Good stuff. It is very, very warm. 5-minute warm up, just spinning the legs out because it's been a couple of hours since I raced. 5 minutes, 350 erg mode, heart rate up into the 160s. So for the past few weeks, heart rate typically been about getting into the 150s for the most part, after ramping it up. But it's been a warm day, very warm for my race this morning, and then obviously it's been warm throughout the day, so very hot in here. My core temp, I mean, I don't look at the core sensor value with much, but 39 degrees, you know, like I was gonna do 35 minutes, so 5 minute 350, and then let the power come off, maintain 160. But like I say, I'm used to 150. 160 was tough, and the power dropped off more than usual as well, so I'm happy with that. Rest day tomorrow, gonna do heat training. The effects of heat training are short-lived, short-gained, so I'll do heat training Monday, Tuesday, 30 minutes again, and then yeah, good way to end the week. So starting out with some really strong training, reconning the National 50 course. Got a threshold session out of that, so like 350 average for just under 2 hours, 1 hour 10. Then heat training on the Tuesday as well. Then rest day Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, easy rides. and then back to some intensity today with the 10 miler this morning and a heat training. So good stuff. Rest day tomorrow, normal training Monday, Tuesday, and then hit it hard for the BC ITT.